Wayne don't never come outside.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know it's your boy, Mr. Conversation, man. Listen, y'all know this is the hot seat with EJ Thomas, but right now we're gonna get straight into the introductions of everybody. All right to my right, which is y'all left, we have.
Y'all know what it is. This is your girl Sky Rain. How y'all doing today?
Okay, she sounds like a rapper. That's what's up. Y'all know what it is.
It's your boy Wayne 3D, man. What's going on?
Okay, an actual rapper, but he didn't do that. That's what's up. And then we have
Miss Jazz in the house on this Friday night.
Okay, she gonna let you know the day and everything. That's what's up. I ain't mad at you. Let them know. All right, so and you know it's your boy Mr. Conversation. So look, we have a great show in store for y'all today. We gonna run our miles. We gonna talk a lot of shit today. This is the type of content I do where I could be my true self. So we gonna have some conversations, right? Now, before we get into that, I want to honor all the graduates in this area that have graduated. If you can see, we got let me make sure them get them clappity claps. Hold on. I should have been ready. Make sure. All right, shout out to all the graduates here. Any school, whatever. Actually, some are actually graduating right now. I think it is Columbus High School is graduating right now at this moment from 8 to 9. Shout out to them. And any other school, whatever it is, college, whatever, go ahead and take that and tell them real quick who you had graduating recently.
So it is grad week, and I have a graduate. My son just graduated from Spencer High School.
Shout out.
Yes. And the ceremony was nice. I liked what they did toward the end. They let them have a little fun. Okay, yeah, we'll touch on the other stuff later, but yeah.
Yeah, I like Spencer for doing that. They let them actually get loose at the end instead of them other schools. Wayne, you got somebody that graduated too, correct?
Yeah, I had my oldest daughter, Ava, going to middle school from Ridgecrest in Phoenix City, so that was nice.
What's up? Okay, Jay, what's up with you?
Yeah, my baby Big Naya, not the little one.
Okay.
She graduated 5th grade. She's going to middle school. She's going to Russell County.
Okay.
Middle school.
So I just want to say, as parents, what I know of all three of y'all do y'all damn thing. I've seen every one of y'all put your kids first like a parent is supposed to. And the reason why I want to say this is I see a lot of parents now that don't do that. They will not put their children first. They still trying to be out in the clubs. They still trying to do that. And yes, you can to a certain degree still have some fun. But I know that each one of you, I've seen you sacrifices where you couldn't make a podcast, you couldn't go to something, or you putting all your money to your children and doing that. And so each one of y'all, I want to say, you know, I respect y'all because everybody ain't doing it. And I'm lucky to have a team around me that I know cares about children as much as I do. And I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do.
And same to you, friend.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. But okay, I ain't got nobody graduating this year though. Mine next year.
But I still want to say that you was a great father. I see that work that you do behind the scene, behind the podcast, behind whatever you do, and you are a great father.
Thank you very much.
You really embody in fatherhood. So
all right, we ain't gonna talk about me though. We were supposed to be talking about y'all and y'all graduates though. I appreciate that though.
We need to say one thing. Well, EJ is close to being an empty nester.
Yeah, I'm close. Next year.
That's what he's worried about right now. He's happy about that.
I'm getting outside, y'all. I'm about to go outside next year. No, I'm sorry.
I'm struggling. I'm starting to, have those empty nesters of anxiety.
Okay, understood. And I get that. It does for me seeing one leave and me still having two more. It is a gap. It's just what you was used to that person. Even if it's something as simple as the chores that they do. Even if it's something just that you used to waking up and telling them something in the morning, and you're like, oh, that person's not there.
Walking walk past that trash can fool like, oh,
damn, it's me. I'll be real about it, but
my son graduated 2 years ago and from Russell County High School. So yeah, it hit a little different, but you know what? You're gonna always be your father. You're gonna always be the mother for the child. That child gonna always need your parent. It's been a couple of times that my son had to come home, so it's not that they gone anywhere. They just have to find themselves. They had to grow up just like how we did. So he's on the journey of doing that.
All right, for sure, y'all. Now, if y'all are looking at it, we got it a little different now. I'm coming from behind the camera. Y'all know I used to be, 376 pounds. Your boy's under 200 for the first time since basically high school now. So I'm, more comfortable coming but from behind the camera. So, let's get it. Next, we're going to get to these actual conversations. The first one we're going to talk about is love bombing, right? So when we talk about what love bombing actually is, I want to get out the actual definition first before we go any further, because we have a lot of actually ass niggas that watch it and they're going to be wanting to critique and stuff. So the definition of love bombing actually is, it's a psychological manipulation tactic where someone overwhelms another person with excessive attention, affection, and adoration to gain influence or control over them. While it may initially feel like a fairy tale romance, it is often the first stage in a cycle of emotional abuse. I'll read a little bit more when it's my turn, but we're going to start off with Sky, especially since we talked about this on the radio show yesterday. Talk to me. How do you feel about love bombing in general? What's up?
Love bombing in general is dangerous. I mean, it has its pros and cons, but for the most part, it's dangerous, it's careless, it's manipulative,
Okay.
very manipulative. And people usually love bomb you only to get you to a place where they want you to be at for whatever personable reasons. Whether it's for most people that do that, it's like they crave control.
Have you been in a situation where you have been love bombed, or have you love bombed somebody?
Yes.
Both?
Okay, so we still working on accountability.
Yeah.
So I'm
always.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look back in the window and see what I could have been love bombing somebody. Well, I definitely been love bombed before. My last real relationship, I was love bombed, and he knew that I didn't have. I wasn't used to particular things like affection and time, somebody giving me putting time out for me or whatever. So he preyed on those things that I was seeking but never really had the opportunity to receive.
Understood. Gotcha. Speak
on it. It's funny, you gotta speak on it.
Listen, man, sorry for the little laughter. We had somebody come in and they had a little gaffed. And so they still on the ground right now. They still ain't got up. They sat down comfortable.
They in shock right now.
They sat down real comfortable. But anyway, and that's a mother. Good. She ended up taking the fall because it could have been the kid. You feel me? Look at that. We were just talking about that.
Are you okay?
Yeah. You live. That's the first thing. All right. So they can't see it. They can't see you. You good.
You're 1940, so you good. That fall ain't hurt as much as it would have been.
Yeah. Sorry, we didn't tell you about it.
That was Jasmine's fault, everybody.
Okay.
I ain't know she.
But yeah.
All right. Love bomb. All right. So everybody knows I don't really be outside. So I don't know all these new terms that people keep creating. I don't know what love bombing really means. And even though she gave me an example, I still don't understand it, to be honest with you. So can somebody just break it down like a regular?
Okay.
When you first meet somebody,
okay,
you being real extra with everything. Like you doing all the stuff that you should do, but it's not really you. You're only doing it just so you can accomplish what you need to accomplish. I got a better
example, right? You meet a chick, right? And she know a little stuff about you, but she know a lot of stuff that you like. You know what I'm saying? And she catered to that. She catered to that to win you over. And you be like, oh my God, this is it. And then when she gets you into the mindset or whatever where she wants you to be at, then she start playing games with you.
It's like you'll start seeing narcissistic behavior.
It's not really her. That's what it is.
I got it.
It's not really.
Yeah, I don't like these new terms. That is regular stuff, bro. That just happens. That's I get love bomb is a new term for it.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's what we really called it. That's your interview person.
Representative.
Yeah, that's your
representative.
That's what you are. That happens every day, man.
So do you do it?
No, I don't care enough.
You don't care enough to do all that.
Yeah,
you just be who you are.
I'm me 10 years from now.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. Jazz, what's up?
Yes. I just recently found out what love bombing was through you. Know? And love bombing is one of the worst type of hurts because that person will come into your life as a representative and they'll have all the duties and the responsibilities of what you want and what you need. And like Scott said, they would cater to those the attention, the affection, the dates or whatever. But then they'll slowly start showing you narcissistic behavior because the ultimate goal is really because they're self-centered people. And my last relationship where I was engaged, I was love bombed and I was so hurt. And usually when I break up with a person, it may take me about 2-3 months to get over, but this one took the longest. One, I lost my husband 5 years ago. And it was hard for me to even date anymore because ain't nobody gone. I ain't saying that I wanted somebody just like JJ, but JJ set the bar that now nigga could touch. So he did his motherfucking thing. And I just couldn't settle for less than what I was used to. So with that being said, this person knew that I seek love, I desired love, I like attention from my man. I'm a very loving and caring person. I might be rough around the edges. Y'all might see the rough side of me, but anybody that has been in a relationship with me know that I love love. Like I'm a big ass care bear, like that shit. So when I'm the type of person that I put my all into a relationship, I don't cheat, I don't do no sideline shit. I put all my tables on the card, on you know, put all
Cards
my
on
cards
the
on the
table.
table, and I present myself who I am. But a lot of people is not used to authentic people and genuine people, so it's like they say they want this person, but when they get it, they fuck them over. So it's like this is not what you really want. But I am so grateful that I experienced that because now I know what to look for. So it molded me and grounded me to a better version of me. And I just refuse to settle for less. And I refuse to settle for just to have somebody. A lot of women be out here just to say, just to get some dick, just to get some money, or just to say they had a man. And I have done that. But I'm surpassed that. So I am grateful that I experienced that because I can help somebody else. I can be a vessel for somebody else. Like Sugar, he playing on you. And like I said, with the narcissistic behavior, it is so hard to let go of a narcissistic person, especially if you don't know the signs to look for on a narcissistic person, especially the type of person that love on you, because they're gonna will you in good with all the good shit you want and do all the things that you want. So when you try to let go, it's kind of hard because you're like, dang, he did do this, he did do that, and you feel like you would never find another person like that person. But when it starts to affect your mental health, your physical, and then it feel like that person is a leech. They just drawing the total life out of you. So that love I do not desire, and I hope I never ever run into another situation like that.
Yeah, I got a pushback for that.
Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
So narcissism and love bombing is like a Venn diagram. Can they be the same thing? But they're not necessarily the same thing. Also, I want to point out, we do use the word narcissism and narcissistic tendency, stuff like that a lot. But psychologists and psychiatrists say that really only 1% of people are actually diagnosed and are actually that. But that could be your situation. I understand. As far as love bombing is concerned, though, I definitely get it. A lot of times the intention of somebody doing that isn't necessarily malicious. But they get into situations where it wasn't really what they wanted either. And so we have to understand that it doesn't necessarily make them evil, because I've been love bombed myself by a woman before. And when I look back at it, I was hurt, but I don't think I was malicious. I just don't think she was ready for all of who I was at that time. She only wanted a part of me. Okay. But she didn't want the whole package. She didn't want the good and the bad that comes with being with me. Okay, because I got a lot of bad too. I'm an asshole. So just being honest. So I do get that. Okay, but it's not always a bad thing. Wayne, you go ahead.
Yeah, so a lot of people ain't being love bombed. A lot of people just start realizing who you are and just don't like you. Like, because nobody's telling you everything they are up front. You ain't telling anybody who you are up front. Why? Because y'all strangers at that point. Y'all talking to each other, getting to know each other. Then because I do stuff you like because I want to be with you. Well, you like going to the movies? I don't really like that kind of movie, but you like it. I'm with it. That's what's that called? The
Compromise.
compromise. It's a compromise. You like it? Okay, I can tough through it. Whatever. Then I get to a point. I'm like, oh, I find out what you really like and what you don't. I'm like, oh, well, I don't really like you like that.
So
do I keep going or do I break your heart? Then I break your heart, but want me to do it sooner or later?
Okay, I get you. Now, the thing we're missing some context in here real quick though. It's more about the rapid progression, right? Because they move too fast a lot of times and it's too quickly. It's already, let's move in. It's already, they're talking about marriage early on in relationships because that's what most ladies tend to want to hear, or vice versa. She's talking about those things that you want to hear. So that's the problem. And then once you get to a point, it's a steep drop off. It's not like it's just like, how can you go from perfect person to just now I'm going to show everything? And that gives the impression that you really didn't really care about them in the first place. It was just an act to get what you want. Whether it was most of the time it's sex, you know what I mean? So we gotta understand both perspectives on that.
I just want to address something with Wayne. Like you said, love bombing is like regular everyday stuff. I get that. I can go with that to a certain extent, but like when EJ just took it a step further, when it's like you hear right and then you suddenly just plummet like that. That's a big difference than how we would operate on a regular just meeting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
You will never not see signs in anything you do in a relationship. We can act like we're oblivious to it and whatever. Y'all call it women's intuition. You call it what you want. But y'all look the other way and say, you know what, I can cool with that. That was a compromise when it should have been a compromise.
Yeah.
It should have been a boundary.
Yeah.
But you look the other way.
Yeah.
Now take it up. Shut the hell up, take your L, keep moving.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
Jazz, then
sometimes we do try to look the other way because we try to see the good in people. And that's the type of person I'm an empath.
Me too.
So I try to give people grace. So I'm like, okay, he fucked up, okay, and then I don't want all them miles on my body, just to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stick it out and I try to work it out with that person, especially when we entwine, you know what I'm saying? And we real deep into it. So
waste of time is a big thing, but you're gonna realize how much more waste of time you did by staying right there.
Yeah.
You gotta remember you ain't dead still, bro. But you wasted time, but you waste time at that job that you don't like.
But it's kind of hard when you fall in love with that person to let that part of it go.
And that's when your power of will needs to move.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to take a 30-second break because we 20 minutes in and I need to introduce everybody to someone who is coming in. Hold on. We're gonna do this the right way, like a commercial break. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the 30-second countdown so we can do the movement and everything like that. Y'all keep here. Stay locked. All right, y'all. We are back, man. We alive. Cool. So y'all can see in the red sweater, this is Miss Ebony, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
All right. So this is her first time on the show. I wanted her to make sure she got in on this, on love bombing, before we drug it all the way down. Talk to me about, how do you feel about love bombing in general?
Okay, so I something that Sky said I wanted to piggyback off of, and accountability is a big thing for me, especially when you trying to be a better person.
Uh-huh.
I've definitely been the love bummer,
Ooh.
and I've been love bum,
Ooh.
but I was the love bummer.
Okay, hold on, because we believe in accountability here. We gotta give you your clappity claps, man, for right there. I don't know who you trying to reach, but on your first one, it normally took them about like 5-6 episodes to admit something. So, oh Lord,
Don't be
I don't know about that.
cutting your eye at me.
I know, right?
It took about 5-6 episodes. I remember that episode too, when you said, "I just might be the problem."
Yeah, this is definitely my year. Am I?
Okay, well,
Yeah.
talk to me. Love bombing in
I'm a
general.
love bummer. I think in doing the work on myself, I realized that love bombing come from a place of dating while broken, and you have to be careful when you're doing that for the love bomber and the person that's being love bombed, because like she said, and this is no shade, like you say you try to see the potential in that person, but like you said, you choosing to be oblivious to things.
Mm-hmm.
So really, you don't want to let go of the part that comforts.
Mm-hmm.
That comforts you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When a love bomber come in, they come in looking for. Tyler Perry said that people have 80% at home, but they leave the house looking for that 20%.
Mm-hmm.
That 20% is that love bomber. You know what I'm saying? So the love bomber come in looking for, where can I fit just right to make this person not see the 80% that I lack. You know what I'm saying? So, and also what you said, it doesn't necessarily come from a malicious place. I think it just comes from dating while broken. Because even me being past tense now, because I am healed and whole in that area. Okay. But past tense, even being the love bomber, you not necessarily, I think it's intention behind everything to live consciously, right? So you're not necessarily trying to love bum nobody, or I wasn't necessarily trying to love bum nobody for the sake of, oh yeah, I'm gonna get his money, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. I was love bumming, not realizing I was love bumming, but I was love bumming from a place of looking for the band-aid for myself. Does that make sense?
Right.
I understand.
I want to say something after that. I actually was going to ask a question pertaining to that, but you just, flowed on into it. So I was going to say was, like she said, some people don't know they love bumming, because what if that's how they are naturally, right? If they naturally want to cater to that person wants and desires and stuff, like that's who they are to their core, is that love bombing, because they don't have malicious intent behind that.
Well, they have to keep it up. Then that's the problem. If you don't keep it up.
But if it's a part of them, and if that's what they do, is all they will keep it up.
Yes, but then there's also this very nuanced conversation, because there's complacency. There's all these other things, especially when you start getting into longer forms of relationships and stuff like that. So some people will say you love bomb me, but it's like, no, baby, we've been together 4-5 years now. We're not the same people. And we also got to understand people change over time too. Yeah. So what you might consider you don't do anymore, it's not because I was love bombing you, is that was the person that I was at that time.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't like that shit no more, or I'm not into that no more, or I have less or more patience, because you can become better over time too. So, a lot of these terms, like Wayne saying, is kind of new age kind of stuff, but I do think that this one does fit. It's just more of a nuanced conversation than just that. Before we go to the next one, again, I just want to take the personal privilege to tell all of y'all, thank you very much for all that y'all do, and the time, effort, and energy that you guys put into this podcast and stuff like that. It is, y'all be on my ass about stuff, and I appreciate it. Y'all let me know, hey, this is what we need to do better. This is what we need to do. And you guys show up and are consistent. So thank you very much. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to take another quick 30-second break, so I can let them know something, and then we're going to go to the next topic. Hey, we got to take one more. We have a little technical difficulties, so we got to take another 30-second to a minute break. Y'all hold on. All right, y'all. Look, we trying to get this mic in the back to hold. It's not. It's a weight thing, kind of thing. But we're gonna get to it, y'all.
Oh, the XL bottle here.
All right, y'all. Okay, so we're trying to get Jazz in the picture a little more. But
y'all see me now?
Yeah, we can see you, but I'm trying to get everybody. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and come out to that on the next break or whatever. We were just trying to show love for all of the graduates and everything like that. So this next topic that we're going to talk about, right? We have done this on this podcast before, but I have new people here, so I wanted to talk about this again. So this is part 2. You know, as Scott come up out them clothes, you know what I'm saying? Give you a little bit of a show for a second. Is it okay to get your lick back? Now, this is the thing.
Oh, that feel good.
What you say?
Boy, I was hot.
Now, is it okay to get your lick back? Now, when we talking about lick back, we're talking about revenge in general. Now, you can talk about whatever type of it that you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about relationships, because I know that's what y'all gonna talk about. It's gonna be relationships talking about.
Really.
You can talk about it at your job. You can talk about your friends. You can talk about whatever. Because I'm gonna talk about them all, because I feel the same way for literally every last one of them.
Me too.
Okay, so we are gonna start off with the newbie. We're gonna start off with the newbie.
Okay.
What's up?
If you'd have asked me that 5 years ago, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I for an I, 2 for 2.
Okay.
But you asked
Right now.
accountability me?
Okay.
Hell no.
Then why not?
You know what?
Why can't you get your leg back no more? Or why shouldn't you?
In simple terms, I'm gonna say God taught me not to. Because I went through a situation that really, really taught me to just let vengeance be the Lord. Because me trying to take that into my own hands backfire on me horribly. And yes, mine was a relationship thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was dating a guy, caught the guy, short story. So caught the guy with his ex, right? So I decided.
When you say caught him, was he in the act or was he like just
she said short story?
So I'm kind of in relationships. I'm a little bit pressure, right? Meaning like, don't do nothing you don't want me to do. So they wasn't like sexually nothing. I just caught them out and about together. But why are y'all together? Y'all don't even have kids. Like you don't want me hanging with my ex. So why? Why we doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Like don't do nothing. It's cool. If you want to hang with your ex, that's cool. That means I get to hang with my ex. I think men are like not fair in that way.
The double standard.
They can dish what they can't take what they dish.
There you go.
Know what I mean?
There you go. Come
and
on.
I'm big on if you dish it, you're gonna have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Period. Me too.
So,
You better say
but
it.
yeah, so yeah, and that was the 5 years ago me, and now you can dish it, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you know, you can have that.
I'm gonna be praying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
God bless y'all. I'm happy for y'all. I'm happy for you, whether it be coworker, whatever. Now, oh no, because I caught the ex, right? Long story short, I decided, well, you know what, we still gonna be together because he take good care of me, you know. But I'm gonna do me.
That's that blind eye.
I think that's the biggest revenge that people do is you do you, I'm gonna do me. Oh, doing me backfired so bad because I learned the hard way. The same way you say men can dish it, but they can't take it. They can't mentally take what they do to us. Not everybody is mentally
Wired.
To feel played. And it was a lesson learned not to play with a man's emotion.
Okay.
I would just like to say that I don't agree with what she's saying, but this is her opinion.
story.
I just
It's
want to
her
make sure I
story.
put this. This is her. This is her opinions.
It's her story.
Yes. That's what she's saying.
So let me ask you.
Mhm.
You feel like men can mentally and emotionally on the same level process the hurt, the damage, the emotional abuse, like that type of the type of stuff that y'all put us through? You feel like
Look
if
at
we
Wayne.
did that to you guys, that you would be as
Look at Wayne.
because he's swelling over there. But you feel like if we did some of that same bullshit to y'all, that y'all better. I mean, I need the same understanding we give, the same forgiveness we give, the
So
same.
I got a very quick answer for you. Yes. And I'm gonna tell you why.
I ain't meant
We've had to deal with the milkman. We've had to deal with the gardener.
you
We've
ain't
had-
personally have to deal with
hold
it.
on. So we're talking about men in general, yes or no?
We
Are we
don't
talking
say
about
general.
are we talking about mankind?
We don't say
Mankind.
general.
Okay, so we're talking about men in general, we're talking about women in general, right?
Mhm.
Yes. We've had to deal with the milkman, we've had to deal with the gardener, the pool guy, all of those things for years. People would go overseas and then they would come back and the kid don't have none of the dominant traits that they have in their own lineage. Why does my kid have hazel eyes and stuff like that and all of that? My point is people have been cheating and doing those type of things for years, and it's been men and women. That's my point.
But you missed the point.
And
That
we,
wasn't. You missed the question. The
We-
question was,
and we've had to deal with it.
but not the same. You men get mad and be ready to throw the whole woman away.
And y'all get mad and be willing to break car windows and stab and
And
how
still
many
go in the house and cook you dinner.
Sit softly.
lifetime movies have when people be getting killed and stabbed by the ladies all the time. Because it's called
Yeah.
crime of passions.
I mean, well, I'm just gonna say my personal opinion and opinion.
Understood.
I like booty holes. You know how that goes.
Yeah,
So
understood.
I don't know. To me, I just feel like men y'all don't process emotions the same way, and I don't think you're wired to. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that men are wired to process emotions the same way that we do. That's what makes us the intuitive part.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, y'all are not as forgiving. But to go back to the topic about getting your lick back, yeah, no, I'm good on that. I'd rather leave you alone.
Okay.
That's my lick back. Because it's gonna hurt you more.
Lack of
to
access
lose
to you is your lick back.
Yeah, that's my lick back.
Okay. Sky.
So y'all know I say that I don't cheat or nothing. I don't like sneaking and geeking because I like being out in the open. So is it okay to get your lick back? It's how I guess it's how you get your lick back. I would rather leave you alone and let you see what I got going on than do something behind your back and feel like I got one up on you. The one up on you is I didn't have to go sneak behind no doors. You're gonna see this out in the open.
Out in the open.
You're gonna see it out in the open. And going back to something that you said earlier, when you say you just gonna let God handle it and so forth. I believe that too, because my ancestors don't play by me.
Hello.
They don't play by me. So I personally don't have to do anything. I'ma just let the universe and the ancestors take care of you. Because karma is a bitch, especially when you do good people wrong.
Right.
Jazz.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in order because y'all always talk about relationships. Okay. So job. My job that I currently have now, but I had another supervisor and she was like one of those head bitches in charge. And she ran our team like with dictatorship and she was so biased. And she made my job very hard to the point I was taking 3 different damn blood pressure pills.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I went out on medical leave a couple of times. It's a whole bunch of shit. I was breaking down in the office. I was miserable, but I know that I had to pay bills and I had to take care of my motherfucking kids. But when I got dog tired, I got motherfucking dog tired. And God told me to leave, let go. So I left. I ain't know that I was going to pick up another job or where I was going. But I knew I had to get off that damn team. So I let God lead. So God made a way where he promoted me to another position. I got paid more and I became lead of another team.
Mm.
So God taught me that even though you had to endure that, you still was steadfast and you still believed that I was gonna guide you through it. So I didn't have to keep reporting her to HR or nothing. I just prayed and God told me when to move and I moved. So to this day, since that happened, when I feel it inside of me and God tell me to move, I ain't going to move. So the second thing is family. Everybody got some fucked up people in their family, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I got family that talk to each other, some don't. I have a cousin that kind of like a black sheep of the family, but she kind of made herself that way. But she tried to make it seem like everybody did something to her, but really ain't nobody really did nothing to her. She just kind of backed herself out, and we had this kind of back and forth thing where she felt like the family loved me more or catered to me more or however. She got mad because my aunt was babysitting my daughter at the time, and my aunt wouldn't keep her 6 children. And I was paying my aunt to babysit my daughter while I was working. It wasn't like I was going to the club and all this type of shit. Nah, I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
So she stopped talking to me. Stop fucking talking to me. Ain't no nothing. She'll put shit on Facebook, all kind of shit. So something happened. It ain't been that long last year. Something happened where she reached out. And like, to me, this is how I operate. If you fuck up with me once and I allow you back in my space, you're not going to get the same version of me. So now, because we blood and I love her, that's my cousin. We grew up like sisters. But she would never get that version of me. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
Now, this is my question. So basically, all of y'all are saying that you wouldn't really try to get your lick back at this point in time.
No.
Can I say something though?
Go ahead.
I think that also comes with a level of maturity.
Oh, you do?
Something I've heard all three of us say is like speaking in, in the past with this and this and that, but now I think that's a level of maturity. You grow into that person. I think in an immature mind, you don't think about consequences, or you don't just think before you act. You know what I'm saying? Because everything has a cause and effect. So I think when you grow into a place of not necessarily even needing your lick back, because I think you value peace more than you value anything, and sometimes getting that lick back create more chaos.
I feel like it takes too much energy. It takes way too much energy to be trying to get your lick back.
Also, last thing,
I respect y'all ladies right here. This nice stuff that y'all coming in here with all this. Y'all just enlightened and everything. I respect y'all.
I did get my lick back. Okay, like she said, it took grace and growth and everything. When I was in a relationship, I was married, and I found out that my husband was cheating on me, but I ain't want to let him go because he paid all the motherfucking bills.
Hello.
And I ain't had to want for shit, and I was his motherfucking trophy wife. So I was like, okay, long as the nigga don't bring me nothing home, I'm good to go. And everybody that he fucked with knew that I was his wife. So they ain't never try to cross me, because he let them know Jazz is my wife and I'm going home to my motherfucking wife. Period. He made it known. It's been to the point this man called me in the motherfucking hotel with bitch.
So how was that getting your lick back then?
I'm gonna tell you when I got my lick back. Just hold on. It coming. So after crying and begging and pleading and being on the altar, going to intercessory prayer, all this, I'm trying to be holy. I'm trying to be holding on to God. but you know, your flesh and you hurt. And I'm asking myself, why do this man keep cheating on me? I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing everything that I could possibly do to keep this man out the motherfucking street. So I got tired. But I moved in silence. When I moved, that man ain't never known when that motherfucker moved. I probably just got through sucking some dick and riding some dick and came back home and kissed that nigga in the mouth, fucked him and bad. Never know. And I ain't had to use no villain because my shit was snapping back, okay? I moved in silence.
Lord of mercy.
So yeah, you probably been at the hotel with Tasha ass, Keisha. But I just with Marcus. Hey,
Marcus just took me to Pound Town.
My ass down. Matter of fact, we done went to the 8 and balled the fuck out. And you think I'm with my motherfucking best friend Ray. Nigga, man, I moved in silence. But, you know, I'd have been delivered from them days. I no longer do that anymore.
I told you how I got my lip back on my baby daddy one time. You know.
Okay. Before we get into that, we're gonna do some more switching real quick. And yeah, I'm gonna have to let y'all know a little something on this one. But so we're gonna take a 30-second break, y'all. I'm gonna have to let y'all know a little something on this one. All right. Hold on. Let me see. All right, y'all. We back, y'all. Okay. So, topic we're talking about is it okay to get your lick back? I want to let Mischievous get in on here. She coming in from off of work, doing her thing, still wanted to come on. Appreciate you, young lady. Now we've done this topic. This was one of our first shows, right? Way back out in Smith Station, first place we was doing this content. So talk to us. Do you still feel the same way that you felt back then?
Pretty much.
How you feel about getting your lick back?
It ain't necessary. It really ain't. Again, grown woman shit. I think lick backs began to get childish at some point. It's all about maturity. I personally have got my lick back, but you know, you grow, you know what I'm saying? But intentional hurt, that ain't something that I do anymore, you know. I feel like lick backs are intentional hurt or intentional, you know.
It is.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you know, just being intentional about causing someone else some type of irritation, pain, whatever the case may be. Personally, it's up to you. Shit, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get your lick back, go get it. Go get it and go get it good, but you gotta make sure you get it good. Don't do no, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna get your lick back, make sure they know that you giving them they lick back. If that's how I feel about it.
So if you're gonna do it, you want them to know
it. Do it. If you're gonna do it, do it. Don't play with it. Don't just you know, I did this, but I didn't tell them. Tell them. If you're gonna get your lip back, do it the right way.
Do it. If you're gonna do it, do it big.
Do it. Stand up, chest out with it.
Stand up, chest out. All right, cool. So this one is very, very easy for me. How y'all think I go on this one? What y'all think?
I'm scared what you might say now, because the way you moving in that.
What you think? Do you think that I would get my back?
Yes.
Lick back?
Yeah, I think you give me a little petty vibe.
Fair enough. You
know, I don't know how to receive you sometimes. So this kind of 6'7" with me.
8, 9, but go ahead.
I know you.
So what's up?
I know you good. I might be wrong, but I definitely believe you'll get your lick.
Goddamn right.
Yeah.
Let me
give
tell
a
you.
petty
Let me tell you something.
vibe.
Yes, I am petty as a motherfucker. Okay. First of all, the only thing that has changed is, and I said it back then though, but I used to be just petty. You know, just you attack me, I'm gonna attack you. However, getting older has made me realize that I can't just go as quickly as I want to. I have to think it out. Okay. Use this, not these. Use this, might use that, whatever, but make it in a way where I can get away with it without any repercussions. Okay. Men tend to have that ego that you was referencing, and that can cause you to get in trouble with the lick back. Stuff that's going to jail. Now I make sure that I don't go to jail. Because guess what? I know somebody who know you. I know somebody who you do business with. You know what I mean? So guess what? That business deal gonna drop because I know them better than you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna hurt you in your pockets. I'm gonna hurt you somewhere else. I'm gonna hurt you with information that I know. You know what I'm saying? So that be my thing. That when it comes to business and when it comes to like friends and stuff like that, the information that you got on me, I promise you, I got just as much on you. So you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. Although I don't believe in that because I have fell out with friends.
I know for a fact.
You know I don't believe in that because I will just be like, hey, I don't believe in mutually assured destruction when it comes to that. As long as you keep your mouth shut, we good. Now, but I do believe that we have to hold people accountable for their bullshit.
Definitely.
And that's my thing. So my partner who's in the building, he tell me this all the time. And he started making me understand we can't legislate how somebody else responds to when they get hurt. Okay, I used to fight fair, but these motherfuckers don't fight fair. So Wayne used to tell me, hey man, you know motherfuckers shoot over words, right? You know people will go to the end of the world. They'll blow up over just the littlest thing, little sign of disrespect. So you have to understand that. So now I don't make moves unless I calculate what is the risk and danger of the counter attack that I do. Because if y'all know me, you know I don't really fuck with people. You know what I'm saying? My stuff is I will respond like a motherfucker, but I don't just be going around looking for shit, looking for stuff. But I do believe in get your lick back sometimes. Now, relationship-wise, I want to tell y'all, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. All you're doing is adding the body. Okay? Cool. Most likely, it's going to end anyway. So just cut it off and bounce. And if you're not going to bounce, shut the fuck up and just deal with the shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry if that sounds too crude, if that sounds too bad, but if your nigga or your woman cheating and you're not going to leave, shut the fuck up. Because all you doing is just making everybody got to have a horrible fucking day about it, and you not planning on going no damn where nowhere. Just fucking leave. Just bounce. You can add all the bodies you want to. Now you just got more bodies. And now you just risking more stuff. If you worried about him breaking you an STD, how that makes sense about you going and doing that? Let me give you an example. Cardi B.
Because she's looking real stupid right now.
So you have a man worth whatever, $10 million, right? Cool. You're now worth a whole bunch yourself. Shout out to her doing her thing, all that. Love her music. Cool. I have nothing against her. Been watching her since Love and Hip Hop. Your guy, Offset, cheats on you. You decide to go to a friend of his, Stephon Diggs.
Were they?
Yeah, they knew each other in the past. Yes.
That was friends. So
yes,
they just knew
they were friends. They hung out. They're in the multiple pictures. Not one, not two, not three, not four. They have multiple pictures. They knew each other. They had a standing relationship.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
That is a prime example of how the lick back backfired.
Uh-huh.
That is a prime example of how the lick back backfired because you probably went in. Let me just take back. She looking stupid. I just feel like she clowned herself because
with a baby.
Uh-huh.
That is a prime example of how to lick back
with another baby.
But it's even worse than that.
The other day.
It's even worse than that. The reason why she left Offset was what?
Money?
She said because he cheated, right?
Oh, I thought you said money.
The reason why she left Offset was because he cheated.
Right.
Now, if you ask any player that Stephon Diggs in the past, they had in the Bills and the Minnesota Vikings, they would always do a poll where they said, if you had a sister Name one player that you would not want to date her.
And he was at the top of that poll.
Overwhelmingly, 70% of both teams plus picked him. That he is the one player. He is known that all he do is dick him down. Dick him down digs. That's what they used to call him. That's what he does.
Do you know what he gives me though? He gives me mommy issues. He definitely give me mommy issues. Like the way that he moved. A lot of times when you see the guys who have several different baby mamas, somehow it stems back to mommy issues where each woman validates their ego in some type of way. And I think for him, Cardi B may feel like she's winning in some aspect because he caters to her a little more than the other baby mamas.
She's also more well-known. So.
And I was just going to say that's why, because it feeds the ego more for him to be by her side. So he's going to put more effort into making sure things between them are good. But it really just, did your mom not hug you enough?
Right.
Probably.
Did she not? It's something that you like. Did she not love you enough? Like, what did the kids pick on you so much that you felt like whatever? So now you try to go for all these women that to validate, make you feel good about yourself, like who you want to convince yourself that you are, because you're really not that guy.
I really feel like he convinces himself of some other stuff because I don't know how true it is.
Here we go. We got more rumors. There was some of those rumors.
Gay girl.
Yeah, because
is that what you're saying?
I'm not. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I'm not one of these people who know all the facts 100%. But he went to a transgender person, or he was seen with a transgender person, and I do believe truly that men that do have a lot of women issues, not necessarily make it a mommy issue, but a sexuality issue. They're struggling with
their own sexuality.
They don't want to be.
I need you to define it. Because one thing that I hear all the time.
I dated a guy like that.
One thing that I hear all the time that I don't agree with at all is they say that, if you are a man or if you're a woman that is hypersexual, then that means that there's some gay tendencies.
I'm saying that it mean that, but
they call him sassy now.
In the situation with him, he was seen with a person of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah.
Okay. So that can go hand in hand with that. You can't say for everybody. I don't think that's true for everybody. But in his situation, he was seen with,
What was they doing with? I mean, because they was like that just be hanging with a person that
Yo, can
Go ahead,
like, for real, that is a real thing. What she just said, that is a real thing. I dated a guy for 11 months. I kid you not.
That's the one you was playing in his booty hole?
Really, EJ?
Huh? You said it out loud on another live.
Some men do like that.
I wasn't on the live though. I was in the crowd.
Oh shit, my bad.
But no, he is not the one though. He is not the one though. Okay. But no, really, seriously, I dated a guy that just seemed like he was so damn angry with women. And I literally used to be like, bro, you act like you hate women. Like, what's really the problem? But he used to say stuff like, oh, women get away with so much. Oh, women just because they got a fat ass and a cute face and da 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 blah blah. But bro,
he wasn't a woman.
You're mad. You're not a woman. You talk like you mad. You not a woman. So what you really doing out here?
You told him go get him a fat ass and a cute face. Go get you one. You can get those now.
Women get so many privileges just because they're a woman. They think that if a man wanted to stay home and take care of the kids and the woman go to work, then there shouldn't be no issue. Well, it's not, but that's just not what you got here.
Understood. I will say what you just said. What was the last comment that you made? Not the kids, not staring at the kids, but the face and all of that. So when we're talking about privilege, right? Privilege comes, we all have some form of privilege in here.
Right.
Men do have the patriarchy, you know what I mean? And so we get privileges as far as wages and stuff like that. Being in power in politics and stuff like that, we do. Okay. White people have privileges that's come with generational wealth and other stuff like that. And women do have some privileges when it comes to the way that society views y'all. You can get away with some things that men can or whatever, you know. For instance, if you're at job, well, okay, there's jobs that you're supposed to be able to do the same thing I am, right? In equality, right? But I'm going to be the one that's called. I'm going to be the one that's called when it's time to move something now, or when it's time for whatever. But in our it says that we're supposed to be able to handle the same amount of physical labor and work when we sign those contracts, right? But who gets called to come do it? That's just, one. There is the ability to be able to automatically have the children in situations where we're faced with, in like a judge time. If I want my kid, if we break up and I want my kid and she wants the kid, right? And this, as a person who has been through it, most states still favor the woman in those situations. It's automatically given that you're the better parent unless I have to prove that I'm the better parent. Okay. So there are different things that happen that are advantageous to different colors, genders, and things like that.
In what respect do women have privilege? What is the privilege that we have? Because if you really want to think about it, especially in our culture as Black women, we don't have to. It's harder for us.
We need more.
We
need more.
Most areas of life.
Thank you. We need more.
In wages, employment, social media, anything. So I feel like, what are the privileges that we naturally have that we don't have to go out there and be overly sexualized for? What privileges? The
fact that you can overly sexualize and stuff like this. Since you brought up social media,
they do.
Okay, as a person who does this, right, I can say the same thing that a woman that is attractive can say, and those likes are going to be much, much, much better. There's pretty privilege. You know what I mean? There's women who are more attractive and men who are more attractive. That's a part of the privilege that you have. We all have some privileges in some way. Even colorism. Lighter skinned women tend to have more privilege than darker skinned women do. You know what I mean? Like, that is a privilege.
No.
Of course you're going to feel that way because you're the brighter person.
No.
I would definitely
say it is.
Can I say?
One second.
No.
One second.
No.
Just because it doesn't fit your narrative does not mean that it's not true. Now, as long as we were talking about a man's privilege, is fine. But then when I start giving y'all back some of the privileges that y'all have, now we're getting.
But I'm just saying, like, the part of colorism. I'm saying the colorism aspect. I don't feel like it's necessarily a privilege. I feel like it's a favorite.
Me too. I feel like it's favoritism.
No, that's not the same thing.
They're very similar in the way that they're used. It is a privilege that you have based on where it is, whether your gender, whether it is your color, whether it is your whatever, and it's used to your advantage. That is a privilege that you just naturally have, that you are made based on society's workings. And we like to say we don't have it. Okay, there's one that hits me really hard. Weight. I get more views and more people listening to me now after I dropped the weight. I'm saying the same shit. I'm talking the same shit I've been. All of a sudden people listen to me a little bit more, it seems like. And first I thought it was me, but I started looking at the damn numbers. Ain't shit changed. I'm saying the same shit, going over some of the same fucking topics.
I don't think this is the weight. I think it's the consistency.
You know what I'm saying?
Also that. But can I say something? I had a guy tell me one time, he said, don't no man want any woman that they don't like to look at. Right? That's true, right?
I'll just give you that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like you say, your views go up now because you feel like your views go up because you dropped the weight.
Uh-huh.
I have to say, in today's society, they value looks over anything. That's why so many women are out here getting their ass done.
Thank you.
Getting their boobs done. Getting whatever done. They doing the wigs and we putting on the lashes and all of that. But
you're making my point for me.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. But I just want to say, like, I'm so pro woman. But I'm also kind of over pro woman. Ladies, please don't eat me alive for this. And I know it's all like, I am woman, hear me roar, but I kind of prefer to purr. And so when we like doing all this stuff because we want to be equal and all this equality in the workplace, I'm good on that. Because that shit they got y'all doing, I'm not trying to do that. So I don't need that equality for that. But if you want to pay me some good money or the same amount of money to come back here and work in the kitchen, I'd rather do that. Like, I get that some women, and that's why I say the ladies gonna kill me because I see everybody got solid on me.
But this the hot seat.
I mean,
we say how we
for
feel
me,
over here. You know.
I'm just saying for me.
Okay.
That whole I am woman, hear me roar thing. Yeah, I think every woman has it in them to roar. But I think roaring should only be when we need to. You know what I'm saying? Roaring be when don't mess with my kids, don't mess with my money, don't mess with my man, don't mess with my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, we roar when we need to, but I just feel like we should not have to need to as much as we do. Where is y'all say we privileged, but we privileged because y'all took away our covering. Like, we wouldn't need so many privileges or be requiring so many privileges or moving the way we do to create these privileges for ourselves. Like you say, being over-sexualized. We wouldn't be doing shit like that to create these avenues of privileges for ourselves. If you guys, and men, I love my black men, so this is not a bash, but I'm just saying, being real, you say this the hot seat, right? Like, y'all put us in a position where we had to do that for ourselves.
Why? Because we're not valued.
Does that make sense? Okay, you laughing. Why you laughing? You disagree? It's very much true. We have to create them.
Go ahead, Stevie, first. Before
Okay.
Go ahead.
Fuck all that. Look, okay, so I feel like this. I'm just gonna be 100% honest and transparent. Y'all know how I am. If you're okay with who you are, fuck the privilege, fuck the color, fuck the skin, fuck the hair and the lashes.
Period.
I wear them because I want to. Yeah. I don't wear them because I want a man to look at me. I wear them because I think I look fucking good in them. I wear my lace fronts, my sew-ins, my wigs, whatever the case I did, because I can, because I have the ability to do so, because I want to. If a man decided that I look better with lashes, thank you. But I didn't do it for you. I didn't do it for you to look at me. I did it because when I looked in the mirror, I look good as fuck. You understand?
Yeah.
So at this point, like, to me, the whole, like, I am woman, hear me roar. I roar every fucking day. I don't have to purr. I don't have to roar. I don't have to do none of that. But I feel like I roar every day because I made it. I am here. We are able to do what the fuck we want to do. I feel like that's the roar. I feel like the roar is in us because we have fought so hard and had to do so many things to roar.
Right.
That even if we was roaring, they wasn't hearing it. So now they hear it. So now it's they roaring too much. No, now you can hear it.
Now it's a war between women and men.
Right.
So
because now we got something to say instead of just keep it quiet like back in the day.
They hearing it because you had. There you go.
And
you don't roar so much.
So I mean, you can sit around and be a kid and purr, but baby, I'm a big roar. I'm a roar every day, every chance I get.
Yeah.
And you know, even it's just to a point where I personally, my belief is, fuck you and everybody else. I love who I am. I'm gonna move how I move. Be it job. If I want to go work out there in the mill with the men and make the money the men do, if I gotta go lift the box that's 50 pounds, and I'm gonna do it. If I can't do it, that's not the job for me. You don't sign up for no job where you can't do what's required of your work. Period. Be it a privilege.
You mean you shouldn't?
You shouldn't.
Okay, cool.
You know, like if you know you can't lift over 10 pounds, why you going to a job where you know you gotta lift 10 pounds, 15 pounds every day? So of course they're gonna call a man to do it because you can't do it. Look at her, she weak, she can't do it, whatever the case may be. I feel like people put themselves in situations to face these different, situations or consequences or whatever it is. If you live your life the way you want to live the way you feel like it's fit for you, you're roaring. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay. So my point of this conversation was to show that we all have some privileges. All right. And a lot of times when we say we don't, when we really think about them, we do. We just don't necessarily have the ones that we want. Because I wish that I had generational wealth that was passed down to me. I wish I had, my credit score was, exactly where it needed to be as soon as I found out about it.
But you had the privilege to go out there and make it your own.
Cool.
And to break the generational curse. So.
True. That goes into kind of the bootstraps conversation, which I do believe that you have a responsibility for your own self, but that kind of ignores that it's harder than it is for other people. Just like that would be like me ignoring that men have privilege, right? So we got to understand that when it's not our privilege, we still have to be able to look at it and see it from the other side.
Absolutely.
But that's what's up. I'm gonna get Wayne in on this one. So we're gonna everybody he's gonna come in and then we're gonna go to the next one. Let's do this. We're gonna have a quick 30-second break. All right, so we're gonna let Wayne get in here on Is It Okay to Get Your Lick Back? And then after that, we're gonna go straight into struggle culture. So y'all, what's up? Talk to me, man. Is it okay to get your lick back?
First of all, fuck all that. Don't take me off camera no more when all these fucking females ganging up on you, brother. You got a Sky off camera. I didn't even know we could talk off camera.
Me either.
He can't have here.
She kept ganging up on you.
And she giving
You
out
heard
the
it.
she giving
I
out the
heard
flags.
Yeah,
She
like
helping
that.
them out.
I'm like, come on, man. Let me say something. I'm trying to be respectful.
I'm used to it though, brother. You know
But
what I
get your
mean?
lick back. Nah, bro. I told you this from day one, bro. I believe I'm karma all day, bro.
Yeah.
But I'll still let you in though. I'm sure you said it. I'll let you in. You come over to the crib. See these bills on auto pay. You know, you good. I'm simple. I ain't with all that.
Okay, so you will get your lick back, but
Get my lick back by showing. I ain't doing nothing.
got you.
I'm doing me. But you're gonna see, and I want you to get all the way in to see everything though.
You're unbothered.
Yeah. I don't care much.
You want to
Yeah,
tell the
I'm
you want to
bothered.
tell the story? Do you
No.
want, okay, understood. All right, gotcha.
That's,
Well-
that's how you help them out. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
They can tell their story. No, you good, bro. Stay over there, bro.
All right,
Got
so
it right.
all right, so the next one we're gonna go to. All right, and this one, I ain't gonna lie, this really pisses me off, y'all. But I ain't even throw this one neutrally because I don't give a fuck about this one being neutral. So y'all know how I feel. Stop promoting struggle culture. That's how I'm saying it. If
So
you like
what's-
it, oh fucking well.
What's
Okay.
struggle culture? What is that?
First, I was just gonna say,
Struggle culture
specify. Let's
is
elaborate.
promoting the fact that you have to struggle in life in order to become something.
Oh.
Okay,
Who's promoting
where
it?
you have to. Well, think about it.
Yeah.
You have parents that will be like, you know what? You can't eat none of this because when I was a kid, we could never eat none of this.
God, no.
Oh.
Or at the cookout, kids only can have
Hot dogs,
hamburgers and hot dogs.
Is that what
You
that
can't
is?
get no. I'm starting. Hold on, let me
I'm
cook
sorry
if we
about
gonna
that.
do this.
I believe that.
Okay, well I'm saying fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because okay.
Your palate ain't ready.
okay. Now look, if you only got so much, just say that. You know what I'm saying? If you have broke yourself and you don't want the kids to waste it, just say that. You know what I'm saying? Or just whatever the situation is. But also in general, like for instance, people who you shouldn't have to feel guilty from growing up in a 2-parent household. Just because you wasn't standing on the block don't mean you ain't a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have to grow up selling drugs. Everybody don't have to grow up. I had a young lady that was on this podcast. All right. And I told her I was gonna say her name, and she said it's cool. Tamara Nicole, right? Real cool person. She came on. And when she was talking about some of the things that she was talking about, I felt that she couldn't identify with a lot of the things that we were talking about because she was the only person on that panel that day who truly came from a positive family life, 2 parents, didn't deal with too much trauma. She was able to eat steak and eggs for breakfast, lobster. Parents had good credit scores. She grew into like the
She had
leave it
privilege.
to Beaver. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It was the Leave It to Beaver kind of family style. So some of the stuff that we were talking about our trauma, she couldn't identify with. So I had to let everybody know that her perspective comes from how we should all hope our perspective was. That we didn't have all that toxic shit going on in our lives. I wish I didn't have that going on in my life. But even with me, because I grew up with a 2-parent household, I always heard little smart ass comments like, "Oh, you ain't real because you went out on the block or whatever." Nigga, we were just as poor as most of y'all motherfuckers was. We were faking it, fucking make it. You know what I'm saying? I was eating bologna sandwiches and all that shit. But the point I'm trying to say is, I don't like people promoting it as if you have to have done that in order to be something. Why, when these gentlemen go to jail and they want to push that? Well, since you ain't did a bid, you ain't real and you ain't this. Well, guess what? I don't want to.
That's enough.
I went to jail for 60 days, and that was the worst time I ever had in my fucking life. I was so damn bored. I didn't have nothing. They took all the books. That's how they got me. They took the books. I couldn't even read the damn books. I know how to play dominoes and that bitch. Thank you for that, because I won a lot of money later on. But appreciate that. But I had to go first on this one, because stop promoting struggle culture, because that shit don't mean nothing. We should want our kids to have better. We should want our kids to not grow up with all the toxic mentalities that we had and all that stuff. Should you have to work a little bit for something? Learn the value of $1? Yes. But that is not the same fucking thing. So, Newbie, then Wayne, then Miss Chi. Talk to me. And get your ass in front of that camera and stop being scared, girl. But go ahead.
I think I have to agree with you on the agree and disagree.
Talk to me.
I think yeah, we don't want to promote struggle culture, but I also think that, because even when you was talking, I was trying to figure out, like, just in thinking back on me raising my kids up to where they are now grown, and who, you pour into your kids what you want, what they need to help them in their to be successful in their lives. But I was trying to think back, like, okay, did I teach them to struggle? Or, because I kind of feel like they was a little too spoiled, you know what I'm saying? So in saying that, I think the struggle helped build character. That character will keep you in some places because it creates a different type of gratefulness and appreciation for the simplest of things, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you're right, we don't need to promote it too much. It's a balance to it almost, because you got a bunch of young Black teenage boys running around, and I just seen a story online the other day where a young man, 16 years old, just got sentenced to life in prison. You don't even know, because he off 2 niggas. Like, they trying so hard. They listening to this music and seeing these video games and whatever, blah, 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 blah. And they trying to live up because they think that culture makes them that nigga. No, baby, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors and people of the past of civil rights and all of this, they fought just so you could know how to read. Just so you could have the right to learn how to read, or to learn how to 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying? But we've strayed so far away from teaching them the struggle of our ancestors, so that it'll be a greater appreciation, that even if we don't want to teach them to struggle at this point or that into that degree, you still want to have some sort of mindset of the appreciation for the struggle. But necessarily have to struggle? No, because I'm like you. I think that creates a lot of trauma that they only later on down the line have to undo. And I see that in myself and in my own kids, because it goes on from generation to generation to generation. So at some point, you want that broken. But
exactly,
it's a balance.
Wayne?
All right. Well, unlike a lot of people, I wasn't struggling as a child. You feel me? EJ been to my house. I'm from the country. We had 9 acres of land. I was good.
You did? We got that throwing the football and everything.
Yeah, but we had a basketball court. We had a barn. We had a lot of shit. We was good. But as time went on, as my dad passed, that's when stuff kind of went downhill. You feel me? We moved to old Columbus, Georgia, and live in the projects and shit like that. So that was I've seen both sides of it, and now I still walk around with a lot of the struggle shit in my head. Like, I don't know if I told you one day, I fucked myself up because I opened a box of cereal, right? And the next day I was finna open a second, and I stopped. I said, no, I got 1 box open already. And I walked away, and I stopped. I said, nigga, it's my house. And I opened the second box. Like, I realized you couldn't do that as a child. You feel me? You couldn't have more than 1 box of cereal open, and you couldn't go in your parents' room to get their sodas or whatever they had in their little stash and shit. And it's like, I don't do my kids like that. They pretty much do whatever they want. But it is like, I think we're more strict parents now than our parents were, though. A lot of our kids don't even go outside no more. And then when they do add, we be like, where you going? Like, I don't know about around the street. I don't trust it. I don't know these niggas. Cause we ain't got no community no more. You feel me? When ain't nobody to bring your child home. Hey, she been fucking around, like ain't nobody doing that no more. You feel me? So it's gonna be hard for our kids to even know how to manage the struggle anyway. Cause we can't teach them shit. Cause we ain't finna teach them shit. We finna let TikTok show all that.
For sure. Okay, Chi.
I don't know. Again, I can say I've been on both sides of it. I was raised with both parents. I lived in a good income family income. We had good income, you know. Born and raised in California, so we had a little different lifestyle and different opportunities. But I feel like it's a difference between promoting the struggle culture and actually just being in it and understanding what it is, and that is some parts of people's life. Everybody might not even know what we mean by struggle culture or what the struggle is. Some people could be struggling but don't see it like that. Their kids might not feel like it's a struggle because they still can go in there and eat every day. They can still go in there and get what they want out the refrigerator. They just don't see that mommy working 60, 70, 80 hours a day to make sure you're straight. So I'm the one going through the struggle, but the kids not necessarily are because they don't see it. They're unbeknownst to it, especially depending on what age they are. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's not about promoting the struggle culture, but being a part of it and being aware of the struggle. And I just feel like ain't nobody sitting on TikTok saying, hey, the struggle is real. I ate a bowl of ramen. And it could be.
Hey, let me. Hey, hold on.
But I'm saying,
what's his name? Just made it's viral. Cereal with no milk, noodles with no water.
That's an exacerbated show of struggle. Promote struggle. But you get what I'm saying? Like, but I think times just have completely changed, and I don't think the kids these days actually know what struggle culture is. I don't think they know what the struggle is. Like I said, based upon age, my 4-year-old grandson don't know I'm struggling like hell. All he know, he can run around the house. He got air, he got water, he got clothes, he got food. He can go in there and eat whatever he want to eat, unless he being greedy. And I'm saying, no, you don't need no more. But I feel like
I don't know, man. Mischievous.
What?
It's the age thing. He's 4. He's 4.
That's what I
These
said.
kids on their phone, they be looking at everybody else, what they got on and shit. We didn't know we were struggling when we was little. Our peers,
I did not know we were poor.
Our peers was in our money bracket. We was in everybody that you was cool with was, for the most part, was in your bracket. And matter of fact, I got the joke right. Your mama, remember your mama said, "Y'all want breakfast for dinner?"
Oh,
you was broke as shit, bro. Yeah. You didn't know that. That sounded good to you.
Yeah.
But she ain't had nothing else but them eggs and the little sausages in that refrigerator.
So do you think it hurts or helps more?
Okay, hold on. She finished?
No, I was just piggybacking what he was saying. Like, I just feel like, too, it's an age thing. Depending upon the age of the kids, how they were brought up, what was brought up, and how they were brought up. Some kids don't have materialistic parents, so they don't have it. I don't wear J's. My daughter do. You get what I'm saying? My grandson do. I'm not finna go buy none. And so at the end of the day, like, it's just like, to each his own, really. But promote the struggle culture, I feel like, I don't know if it's promoting it or just being real sometimes. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna tell my grandson you can't have that by cereal because it's already open. If he want whatever kind he want, he gonna get it. And that's just how it is. Like, for me, I guess we can only speak for me. But if I ain't got no cereal, you best believe I'm gonna say, "No, Mimi can't give you nothing because I ain't got no damn cereal." Yeah. And that's just it. And I don't feel like, I don't know. I think the world today is a bunch of what ifs. What if you do and I do, and comparisons and all that shit. If you're struggling, but you're making it. And that's the end all to it. As long as you're making it. If you ain't making it, then it's different than a struggle.
All right.
I
Ebony?
was just gonna ask. I forgot what it was you had said, but it made me think of it. But I was gonna ask, do you think that not allowing them to see the struggle or not allowing them to go through the struggle, does it help or does it hinder?
So, but my thing about it is you'll never know, because at the end of the day, so if you're not struggling, so what you gonna do to show your kids the struggle, other than maybe take them to where the homeless communities are or shelters or something like that? You gonna not put no food in the house for your children so they can see what the struggle culture is?
Well, I think you just answered the question.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just being.
That's one of the ways.
One of the ways
to
like,
show them
that you can show them that. I don't feel like if you're going through it that you feel bad that you're not struggling.
Also,
I agree with
we gotta stop all that too. A child need to be in a child's place. They don't need to know about a damn thing because they ain't
ready to hit that.
It's not their job to know or care about who else struggling. You had me.
Agreed.
You shouldn't make me struggle.
But
that's just what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Now life is life, but a kid shouldn't have to be burdened with burden about nothing else.
Or they don't know what struggling is, and you feel like that's something that you want to do to show them that everybody don't have it to the level that they have it is. Maybe you can do it that way, but as far as just if you got a good life and you living good, your kids living good, what's the purpose?
And that's my point of it. So we shouldn't chastise people for having a decent life compared to what we think. And also, just like I said, the guys that, be in jail and they just promote that and they push it and all of that.
That's not anyway. They in jail, so they ain't smart people no way.
Okay, I get. All right,
they in jail.
I would leave that one alone.
You politicking in jail about who got what? Man, I got 3 packs of noodles. How many?
Yeah, my commissary busting, boy. What's wrong with you?
Come on, let's think about the mentality.
All right, y'all. We're gonna get Jazz and Sky back in here. So let's go ahead. We're gonna take a quick break real quick. Y'all make sure you stay with us. All right, we good. All right, okay, we are back. Sky, talk to us about struggle culture.
Struggle culture. So I got a couple of areas to touch right quick, and I'm gonna try to make it real quick.
Let's get it.
Okay, the first thing is that I don't like when our people glorify like being broken, being sad and stuff. Like you have to weather the storm to see the sunshine. I don't like that.
Okay.
They do a lot of that in church. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Why I got to be down and out, down bad or whatever before God can show me that I'm worthy of it. That's some BS to me.
And then they try to get your money out.
Yeah. Then they ask you for money or whatever. I'm already down bad. So when I'm really down bad and I'm coming to you for my breakthrough, and you tell me you can't give me no money, and I've been giving you all my money, you got me messed up. That's some BS.
They got you fucked up.
You right. It's the hot seat. Y'all got me fucked all the way up.
All right.
I guess we see what happened last Sunday then.
And then
somebody asked for some of them benevolent funds and they didn't come up with it, huh? Go ahead.
Shoot, but that. And then like going back, touching on some of the things that they was talking about growing up in the struggle and stuff like that. Me and my siblings didn't even know that we were struggling. We thought we had it going on.
Now let me verify, is that true? Okay, sister, just verified that. Continue.
And so my daddy was military, so we was military kids, but we was disciplined military style. But being grown and looking back things now, and how families are living now that was in the military, we wasn't really living like that. But we thought we had money because our parents was taking us on trips. They had 4 kids. That's that's not cheap. We was going out to eat. We had TVs in our room. Now some of the stuff like
That's big. That was big back then, having your own TV in your room.
Yeah.
We used to fight over that living room TV. I don't know.
We had TVs in our room and we had video games. A lot of our friends and stuff that had multiple siblings didn't have the same things that we had. And they wasn't going on trips, and a lot of our friends and stuff, they didn't have 2-parent households. Our parents still together.
Shout out to moms and pops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them.
And when it came to food and stuff, what Mischievous was talking about, the food scarcity, like we thought our parents was like being mean to a certain extent because they would lock the cabinets up with the snacks, tell us we couldn't eat a certain type of cereal. We grew up on cornflakes, Cheerios. We're not talking about Honey Nut Cheerios neither. The regular Cheerios.
What about them King Vitamins? The King Vitamins. That's what I'm talking
We
about.
didn't have that.
Them
We didn't
things
even
set a
have
roof.
those.
Them things set a roof off the top of your
The
mouth.
only thing close to something sweet we got to was the smacks, and we called them we called them roach. We called it roach cereal because they looked like roaches. Right.
Okay.
But as getting older, we understood that they wasn't trying to like keep us from eating or keep us from having stuff. It was because they had the budget. You know what I'm saying? They had the budget because they had 4 kids. And I like to eat.
Them cereals came in bags, not boxes.
Yeah, that part. So, when we talking about promoting the struggle, this and that, like Mischievous and Wayne was saying, you can show them what you didn't have to go through. You know what I'm saying? You can show them the opposites. You can show them the difference. And the difference, it's a big difference because now we have these young men. When we talk about the other side of promoting that culture, you got these boys out here in the streets or whatever, but it's the older generation that's really shining the light, saying like, oh, you not hard enough, or you not a man because you didn't go through this, that, and the other. Like, shit, nigga, I was locked down for 18 some years and da-da-da-da-da. Like, they the ones glorifying it, and then they got these young boys looking up to it. So, yeah, I don't like that.
For sure. Okay, Jazz, how do you feel about it? You struggle culture in general.
Okay,
What's
so
up?
at first I was gonna just speak the project side, but I thought about my stepdad. Okay, for those that don't know, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, and Birmingham is Birmingham.
Beham.
And I did not grow up in Vestavia Hills, Hoover, and all the other
Center Point.
Yeah. I ain't grew up in there. I grew up in Bessemer, Alabama. Bessemer. And I grew up in the South Side Projects. And my grandma raised me, and I know what the powder milk, the canned milk, the thick bologna with the rinds, you had to cut the damn government cheese. The powder milk, you gotta make sure you don't put too much water in there because the shit gonna taste like garbage. King Vitamins. I ain't know no damn Cheerio, no damn Smack, none of that. Fruit Loops, all that shit that I be buying my damn children. I didn't have that shit when I was growing up.
Okay.
I ain't had none of that. Man, it was good when my grandma cooked fried whitening fish and grits. That was a breakfast, lunch, and dinner for us. So I experienced that, but I'm glad that I had my grandma to raise me and take care of me. So to me, I was used to that. I didn't even didn't go to the mall until I married my second husband. I ain't know what the damn mall was. We passed down clothes.
Clip that.
It got too
Clip
little for
that.
my cousins. It got passed down. I ain't know nothing
Wait,
about.
you didn't
none
know
of
the
that.
mall until what age?
I was like 27, 28.
You didn't
That's
know
deep.
what? Whoa.
I never been to a mall.
That's deep. That's deep for real.
We couldn't
That's
afford
deep.
the mall to us was the fucking Goodwill. Goodwill and Bargain Town. We got our new
Clip
clothes
that.
from Bargain Town. Like Bargain Town was equivalent to a Walmart to us. Cause my grandma was disabled. She had got her a check on the first and the third. So we did what we had to do.
So tell me, as a mother, how did you try to make sure that your child doesn't go through that same stuff?
Okay, so I had my son when I was in high school. I had to drop out of high school, but I went and got my GED, and I moved down here 20 years ago with my first husband. And because I saw a lot growing up, I was selling drugs when I was 14, 15, going to the dope house, like serving, cooking that shit. So I was in the streets myself, and I done stared down the barrel of a gun 3 times. So that was me. I was in the streets, but when I got pregnant with my child, something said to me, inside of me, said, I ain't want that for my son. I ain't want my son to be the next drug dealer. I ain't want my son running from the cops and stuff. So even though me and my son, dad, my first husband didn't work out, I wanted a better life for my son. And both of us worked, even though when my first husband moved down here, to make ends meet, he worked, but he sold drugs. Like, but it is what it is. Like, we had to make ends meet. But my kids don't know what it is to really struggle, because I always had people to really take care of us, by any means necessary. So I did. The only time I had to struggle was when I was by myself. I stayed in Riverview quite a bit of time. I stayed in LP for quite a bit of time. I stayed in a trailer park for quite a bit of time. But I always wanted better for my children. Like my children is super, super, super spoiled. Like, I'll go without just to let my kids have, just like she said, she don't buy Jordans and stuff. I think I was maybe 28 when I got my first pair of Jordans. And guess who bought them? My husband. I ain't know no Jordan was. I saw them on other people's feet and stuff, but I ain't never worn no Jordans.
Okay.
So I tried to, I ain't gonna say live a life of lavish, but I didn't want my kids to struggle how I did. So I did what I had to do, even when I was separated, to make sure that my kids didn't go without.
Okay. So that's about all we're going to do for the struggle culture. We all have stories about us, in and out, doing whatever that we had to do for our children and everything like that. Shout out to all of you. Now, I wanted to do this next topic. This is the last one, so we're only going to be about 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most for everybody on this one. Are there any safe spaces anymore?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Okay, well, Jazz, jump up in there. Why do you feel that? Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, it's very few. When we had went to Spices, I feel like that was a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get judged. They judge. They'll pick out what it said. Find a toothpick in your eye, but got a log in theirs. And a lot of people stereotype. People try to categorize.
Shit to say to
put everybody in the same box instead of looking at that person as an individual. The safest I have been is right here on this podcast. I really feel like that I really can't give people what I want to give them because of what they might feel. Because I'm a very blunt person. I'm a very flamboyant person. And a lot of people don't take that very well. And I really don't feel like it is. Like, this is the closest safe space I have been in. Like, so if you see me out in public, yeah, I might look cute, I may be fine because I like to look good, I like to smell good. But if a lot of times you see me I'm very, very, very quiet to myself. And people be like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm bored. I'm ready to go. I don't know none of these people. I'm an introvert. Because sometimes I don't feel safe. I don't.
Understood.
Like when we went out the other night, he was like, "What's wrong with you?" I didn't feel safe.
And she act like that a lot in different
I'm like
places.
that all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Fair enough. Sky.
Okay, so when you talk about safe places, well, if you're talking about places that we can go hang out at and doing this and that, it's not a lot of safe places. But if you're talking about personable safe places where you know in a space or a partner or a friend, I do think there are. I believe there are safe places, because you create your safe place. This was created, right?
Right.
You create your own safe place. So whether it's in your closet or it's just cutting the music off in your car while you riding, just to reflect on some things or just to give yourself a peace of mind, that's a safe place. A safe place where you can go take your mind and just be there in the moment without being judged, without without any preconceptions or without anybody wanting anything from you, and you have to give something as well. So like she said, this is a safe place for her, but this place was also created.
For sure. Now, before Wayne goes, because I know this is a topic close to you and stuff like that. The definition:
might begin sleep around this time.
A safe space is a place or an environment where a person can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, or any other emotional or physical harm. I will say that on this podcast, we do our best for that to be, but you're going to get some criticism if you say some bullshit around here, though. Don't get me wrong now. But in general, we're not trying to make anybody feel bad, and we understand that everybody has their own opinions and their own whatever. So I do my best to make sure that this podcast is a safe space in general, right? That y'all can come in and not feel judged, man. Hey, because it's what it is. We're supposed to give these on a hot seat. Wayne, what's up? Do you feel that there are any safe spaces anymore?
Absolutely, brother. Because I have friends. I have real friends. Like I said, I don't be outside, bro. I ain't got to. I got people I can call at the middle of the night. You want them, bro?
That part.
I don't know. Like building and shit, that's not a safe space to me. Like people, I don't trust people that say they ain't got no friends.
Why is that, Wayne?
Because why not? Why don't everybody don't like you?
It's not that.
Why you don't like everybody?
Don't like me.
It's not. Don't internalize.
Okay.
Don't internalize it.
Or general.
Okay, general.
Okay, cool. Run it back. I don't trust niggas that they don't got no friends, bro. Cause like, what happened? What therapy have you not went to? Like, there's something wrong with you for you not be able to connect with anyone.
Because you're the common denominator, right?
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's simple math. It's not a big thing. Like, first of all, people think they can trust people with everything. You don't trust one person with every single thing.
Right.
You can trust somebody to babysit, but you can't trust nobody to, hey, bro, you drop me off at, no, they're going to be late. You can't trust people with your kids, but you can trust them. Hey, this nigga just said something to me. Go pull up. They're going to jump him. Like you can
and let me be clear. If he say can't trust you with your kids, not like touch
like
you, but like they just not responsible. They'll just have a kid, give them a whole bunch of sugar and stuff right in the beginning, so they come in the door, stuff like that. Like, that type of stuff.
Like even as women, y'all got what y'all say, like club partners, like the female that call.
We do certain stuff with,
but as in a professional setting, you don't really see yourself with them. Because you trust them with that. You don't trust
you
them.
got to really meet them at their level. You have a friend for
no, not a friend for everything.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
that's kind of judgy and kind of weird. It's just that people have their own roles. People have their own roles.
Okay, that's a different. Yeah,
everybody got their roles.
They have assets and characteristics that make them better in other areas, fitted for certain jobs.
Everybody.
Right.
I totally agree.
You vent to a person that you've seen, that you've known, that showed you, okay, yeah, person I can tell them about this shit, and they'll tell me straight up. Cause a lot of people vent to people that are just yes man, just agree and just yeah, he ain't shit or she ain't shit. Nah, nigga, tell me. I vent to see if am I wrong in this shit. You feel me? A lot of people won't do that.
For sure.
So yeah, I have great safe space, brother. That's why I don't go nowhere. I'm good.
Okay.
I be
Now,
home safe.
We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get Miss Chivius and Ebony in here. So the bottom two are gonna come off, and then we're gonna get All right, we back. All right, so we're still on safe spaces, right? Are there any safe spaces anymore? Ebony, what's up? You think there are safe spaces anymore?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some for you?
For me, I am my safe space.
Okay.
I think a safe space is whatever. Okay, like for me, I call my home my safe space because I set my home up to be my safe space, my comfort zone. It has everything that I need. I only let certain people come to my crib. I don't allow all energies or spirits or however you want to take that to be exposed to that safe space. But I also have, like you said, you can't vent to everybody, and I learned that the hard way. So, because I'm kind of like, well, I used to be like an open book because I just felt like you got a friend in me. Like I meet somebody, I'm like, you got a friend in me, but you can't expect you from everybody.
What was that movie? You got a
Toy
friend
Story.
in me. Okay. How you
Toy
knew that already?
Toy Story. I got nephews.
Okay.
But Toy Story. But yeah, you can't vent to everybody. And I learned that the hard way. So I learned to be my own safe space. And when I say that, I mean only what I allow, only what I create, only what I accept, only what I give permission to be attached to me is in my reality. So I create my own safe space. Now, going back to the topic earlier, people show you who they want you to see at first. So sometimes you might let a person in your safe space and you have to the left, to the left. You know what I'm saying? That's where boundaries come in because a lot of times, like I said, people show you who they want you or the representative. They show you the representative at 1st.
Mhm.
So, once you get through the vetting process, I don't know. I think that also I told you I was the love bomber. That's still back to the love bomber. So that probably was a lot of why, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you got a friend in me. Let's be friends. You know what I mean? So I had to learn that, yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't attach yourself to everything and everybody, and you can't allow everything and everybody to be attached to you.
Mhm.
Shit. Okay. She?
Well, yeah, it's always a safe space. Depending on the person. I don't know. I feel
Mhm.
like for me, that's a hard question for me to ask because I have trust issues. I have a demeanor and character that a lot of people that see that they may not like. And my safe spaces, I don't give up. I know that might sound like okay, like Wayne was saying, people who don't have friends, that's kind of scary. I have friends. I have very great friends. I am just the type of person that I said it before, I said it again. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
Mhm.
And that's how I move. So I think my safe space goes with me everywhere I go. So at the end of the day, but I know I have people that I can go to that are safe space. I know my home is a safe space. Children are a safe space. I have my own safe spaces. Most of them, I feel like I'm in a safe space. Like at the end of the day, it depends on where you put in your space, where you putting your energy at. Like, so I'm definitely not one that shares a lot of personal information. I'm not going to tell you all my business. You definitely not everybody coming to my house. And then if I look at you strange, I mean, I really didn't want you at my house. I just ain't, I don't know. I don't know. I get I'm not a friendly person sometimes, but some people think I'm very friendly. So I think that's part of my safe space, being who I am. At the end of the day, if I feel like I need to be somewhere safe, I know I have that. So I feel like the answer to the question is yes, safe spaces are available to those who want those safe spaces and have the availability to be in safe spaces. Everybody don't have the availability to be in a safe space. So you have to choose that for yourself or choose, what you think is safe for you, I guess. I just think that at the end of the day, especially for me, I don't know, I'm kind of a
I think people when they think of a safe place, they thinking of a actual building.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I think I use the word space.
Yeah.
Because a safe place,
like you said, a safe space is a state of mind.
Right. So
not a physical
building
or a place or whatever. It's a state of mind to where you can be relaxed and have your thoughts clarified, or have those friends that can walk you through your thought process, or what I'm saying, you may have some bad thoughts. It's just a state of mind that you can be free in expressing what's going on.
Because matter of fact, I called EJ the other day, and I was talking to EJ, and we got some new stuff we all working on, and everybody doing stuff. And I told EJ, what's wrong with me? He's like, what you mean? I say sometimes when new people come around or enter a new situation or around me, I feel some type of way. And he was like, what you mean? I was like, I just do. I feel cut off. I feel like, why they here? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, gee, I know you. I know how you think. I think it's coming from a protective place. So I have those moments when I question myself and I be like, damn, you really just an asshole like that? Like, are you really just that type of an asshole? And I really am. But I feel like sometimes when you have those friends that you can reach out to and have those honest, forthcoming, questions about yourself, that's a safe space.
That is a safe place.
Because I asked him, and he was like, gee, for real? I'm like, no, for real. I feel certain type of ways in certain situations, not even just in entertainment, just period.
Right.
And I just be like, am I just an asshole like that? Or am I just mean like that? Am I just like, is it jealousy, envy? He said, I know you. It's not jealousy. It's not envious. It's a set of like protection.
It's a defense mechanism.
Right. And he said it's more like protection.
It's a defense mechanism. Maybe, and I don't know your story, and by all means, if I overstep my boundaries, but I think because I think everybody have that in a little bit. Like whatever you went through in life, whatever those lessons were, you end up putting up these walls and blocks or whatever you do for yourself to create that safe space. You create your defense, you create your guards, you create your blockages to keep people from getting in, to be able to trigger the trauma or hurt you again. So I think that be a defense mechanism. And sometimes you might, no matter how you encounter a person, they're in your life for a purpose, which means they're there to trigger you, whether it's to trigger you for the good or to trigger you for the bad, because every encounter with every person is going to bring something out of you. So if they trigger you for the bad, you have to do two things. You have to figure out why they trigger you for the bad and what part of you they're triggering that you need to, do the work in that area or whatever.
But do you necessarily have to do the work if they trigger you in a negative way, or do you can just say, I don't fool with that person?
I think that you do, because I remember I have a coworker, and she's never physically done anything to me, but she rubs me the wrong way. You know how that's another thing. I think you have to learn to read the room, so to speak, when you meeting people. I've I like to read a person's energy, and you'll be able to tell what's for you and what's not for you,
Right.
what whatever.
Right.
But she rubs me the wrong way, and I have to ask myself, and this is just me being transparent, accountability, right? I've now been on that job for 7 weeks. And when I first got there, she just rubbed me the wrong way. We didn't have a negative encounter. We didn't get into it or anything. And I finally had to just sit down and be like, I didn't have a conversation with her because it wasn't that serious. But for me, I had to figure out why
You
she
felt that
rubbed me
way.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
Why she rubbed me the wrong way. And once I kind of like unpack the baggage, is just like, yeah, EJ, you don't like authority. Yeah, Ebony, you don't like authority. You know what I mean? So it's I come in and she's the manager. And I feel like, yeah, you ain't the owner though. You know what I mean? Because in my work environment, I work under a 1099. What do they call it? Like freelance or something
contract.
like that. Contract. You know, I'm kind of like under a contract. So the stipulations of my contract are loosely
like
written,
you don't
you know
run
what I mean?
me.
You don't run me, like you know what I'm saying. You get a percentage, but I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying. So for her to come in and kind of micromanage, is like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I mean? It kind of, I don't like feeling like people box me in and you do this, and this, and this, and this. And it's for me, that triggered me. So immediately my defenses go up, and she probably in her mind trying to figure out like, why she's so aggressive nature towards me. Not doing it to be a bully or anything like that. It's just like, you know, instantly my mind go, don't try me. I work for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I get you. In that case, you figured it out. So you know what's
that's
up.
Why I say you gotta
so
do
I don't
the
have to
work.
say nothing on that one.
Yeah.
With you, Chi, one reason why I say it's more protective because it goes into what you were saying. It is that protective shield that you put over yourself because the people who have fucked you over since I've been in your life, it's been the new people that come in. It's been because you have dropped your shield, and then we or you have tried to work with them, and then they have started some bullshit somewhere in there. So when new people come now, you are less likely to jump up with open arms. So that's what that was. So I already know what that was. In that particular case, I was easily able to identify it and knowing what it is because that's how they do. They new on the block. They got all these new ideas. And then next thing you know, something happens. But for me, so I want to read the definition again. This is why I feel this way. All right. Safe space. A safe space is a place or environment where a person can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, and I'm going to say excess criticism. I'm going to put that in there for my own definition, harassment, or any other emotional or physical harm. Based on that definition, I don't feel that there are many safe spaces left. So the answer is yes, but I don't think there are as many as we think. Right. Because first of all, I think people run their mouths too damn much. Nobody keeps anything to themselves. Okay, I missed the conversation. I talk with a lot of people, men and female, throughout the day. I probably have 5-6 conversations every day with different people where they're telling me stuff that's going on in their lives, what they're going on, their relationship with their man, their woman, their boyfriend, their side nigga, their side, all that type of stuff. I don't come in here and I don't say names. Now I might give scenarios, and that does help me with some of my content and some of my topics, but I don't come out here and give y'all names because that's a trust that they have in me and who I am and who I'm presenting myself. But it's so many times that I see people talking to different people about things, and then they go directly to that person. I've been in a room. I have been in a room, y'all. I swear to God. It's 20 people in this room. One person is confiding to another person on the couch about something going on with the person in another room. Original person leaves off the couch, goes outside. Person comes in from the kitchen, comes into the living room. It wasn't even 3 minutes later. They're repeating exactly what the fuck just happened. And I'm just looking like, y'all so motherfucking messy. And this shit be pissing me off. That's an example of somebody thought you was a safe space talking to you. We don't got, and that's the main reason. I also don't have faith in human beings anymore in general, because I feel that most people are going to take whatever it is was best for them. There are very few people in life that will take L's for other people anymore. And I have, as of someone who does do it, and I've got many scars because of it, but I still try to. it's hard for me to still be people's safe spaces because I've been so scarred and I've been so whatever. It's hard to, but I still do it because that's what I feel I've been brought into this earth to do. I've always been a talker, but I've always also been the person that listened or the mediator and stuff like that because I identified with so many different groups. I've been a gambler. I've been out on these areas. I've been out there. So I can identify with all these people. So because of my perspective, I can be, but I don't feel that so many people can because once they get a little bit of information, they try to use it to their advantage. The first time you say something, I'm gonna bring up something that you said real quick, Ms. Chief. You brought up about when things go left, you know that I won't go and get petty. You know what I'm saying? I reference this all the time. My good friend Doug, we got into it so bad, seemed like it was gonna be the end of our friendship. We had a business deal that went left. He was the first producer of the Hot Seat, where I got the idea to do this kind of setup and stuff like that. It was my first one. Mischievous was on those shows. Well, we decided to get together, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work out for different reasons. But it was business, but the friendship was some things I was doing wrong, some things he was doing wrong. But one thing I can say is that when we did get into it, a whole bunch of information didn't get out. You know what I mean? Stuff that we knew about each other. We didn't go around town bashing each other to everybody and stuff like that. There was a couple of people that knew because they was in there. That's what I mean by a safe space. Even when you get into it with somebody, they gonna be 100 with it. We can disagree for now. That does not mean we can't come back together. I don't think that human nature, people can do that anymore. They really can't. I see when stuff goes wrong, they just so quickly tell everything. Nuclear assured destruction. They just destroy everything.
And
Go
I
ahead,
know
Scott.
y'all might not like it, but I think women are the worst at it.
I would just finna say that.
The worst at it. They will tell
You said men or women?
women.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with her on that. Now, y'all, I don't tell people business. Even when I get mad, it's a lot of shit that I know that I'll take to the grave with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this one time, I was so upset, and I ain't even mention her name, but I talked about it.
The lady with the shoes?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I go do something like that, then you know you done fucked up with me all the way. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I can't keep quiet,
you don't care no more.
Man.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes. We done did 2 hours.
Like that mean they didn't care in the first place. A lot of times I feel like when it's backlash like that and people take your secrets and your trusting moments and you get angry and they share them with other people, I genuinely feel like they weren't intentionally your friend in the first place.
They never were.
Or didn't.
I shared my hurt from that situation. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I still never
said her name
and never told her business neither. But I shared what she did to me.
Right.
What I felt like was,
Your story to share.
Yeah, it was my story to share, but I never said her name or anything like that. But she know who she is.
Okay, y'all, we are literally a minute from going 2 hours a day, y'all. We gotta get a claps on that. That's our longest episode. I think I might have done a 2.5 hour one time, but that didn't count because I had like 20 people on that show, so you had no choice. And that was online too back then. I'm basically like COVID time frame, so we was on the bubbles. So shout out to everybody who came on. This is the Hot Seat with EJ Thomas. I want to thank everybody from Miss Jazz to Sky Rain to our newbie. I'm gonna call you that for a couple of episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Alchemy.
Newbie, Ebony Alchemy.
Ebony Alchemy.
NA.
It's newbie still on there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have newbie to that right there. And the OG Mischievous. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what EJ come from then?
Cause that's her nickname, and it ain't her nickname no more. Not on this.
I'm trying to figure out where the J come.
It's my initials. I don't want to say it on.
Okay, I got you.
But it's my initials.
Okay.
But because we both have the same initials, we both go by EJ.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't let me go by EJ.
So I get it.
which is cool because I need to start going by Ebony Alchemy. So yeah, that's
Yep.
it's so petty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for. You can give them the whole thing, but we ain't calling you EJ on here today.
But that's
Or
okay. So
next
that's like
time.
if somebody say EJ and I go, huh? Just know.
Well, so now I got to draw the line because I call you EJ.
Right. Because when you met me, I said, hey, my name is.
So anyway, this is the hot seat with EJ Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Anyway, Trader. This is the hot seat with EJ Thomas, and we appreciate everybody. We talked about love bombing. Is it okay to get your lick back? Stop promoting struggle culture, and are there any safe spaces anymore?
Yes.
So y'all make sure that y'all play this, share it, leave your comments on. We can get to them. Also, if you have any conversations and topics that you want us to talk about, feel free to hit this page or my inbox or any of the ladies. And you know, it'll get to me and stuff like that. So we can talk about some of the stuff that y'all want to talk about. However, there will only be one nigga suck conversation each episode. I agree to give y'all one. Okay. Only one nigga suck conversation. Because you know, y'all gotta bring up nigga suck every
No, we don't.
every conversation, you know.
And I be holding the women accountable.
Yeah.
Sometimes. All right, man. We out, man, because we at 2 minutes in one.
EJ Thomas with the hot seat and the hot girls. Good night.